there, I'm Lisa from Mythical Witchery. Welcome to my channel, and if you've been here before, welcome back. Today I thought I would share a flip through and a review of one of my favorite decks. This is the Northern Animal Tarot. This is the 3rd edition and it was published in 2023. This is by Walderhart's Studio in Alberta, Canada. And this was an indie deck that was first released on Kickstarter. The 1st edition was 2020, 2nd edition was 2021, and both of those were very, very successful. Linda Ritter from Wilderheart Studios has just also completed a campaign on Kickstarter, the Magical Creatures Tarot. I'm pretty sure it's completed. I know that it was fully funded really quickly, and I funded that. I backed that. I didn't fund it. I was a backer of that, and I'm so excited to get that deck. Anyway, on to this. So it came with this really, really cute little cloth bag. It comes in a tuck box, which I'm not a huge fan of tuck boxes, as some of you know, but this is a really good quality box, actually. It's really well made. So this is the front, this is the back, and all of the decks are numbered, and mine is 138 out of 1,000. So let's just have a look inside here. That's the inside of the box. It's really cute. So that's the same little fox that's on the bag there. It's just lovely. Okay, so this comes with the standard 78 cards, and it also comes with some bonus cards. One of the things that I really love about this deck is the cardstock. So let's go ahead and talk about the cards for a few minutes. This is Casino Grade Black Core 310 GSM, which may not sound very thick, but the quality of the stock, this is going to hold up for probably for my entire lifetime. It is standard tarot size. So this measures 2.75 inches or 70 millimeters by 4.75 inches or 120 millimeters. It is beautiful linen stock as well. It's got that gorgeous, gorgeous linen finish, which makes this so easy to shuffle. So about the guidebook, it includes this little guidebook here. It's not a huge guidebook, but it has everything that you need to understand all of the cards, and includes information on all of the bonus cards or oracle cards that she included in the deck. And after we're finished looking at all of the cards, then we'll have a look at an entry for one of the 78 cards, as well as an entry for one of the oracle cards in the deck. So let's just start with the main deck, and then we'll move on to the oracle cards. So the deck includes several cards as well. There is for different spreads. There's How's My Heart spread, which includes 4 cards. There's the Busy Bee spread, which is a 3-card spread. And All About Me spread, which is a 5-card spread. Okay, I think that should be fully in frame. Hopefully. Okay, So this is just the cover card. It says Time to Adventure with the Northern Animal Tarot. And we have the Fool. So as you can see, this is an anthropomorphic deck. I'm glad that I said that word right. I do tend to stumble over that word at times. I'm going to actually just zoom out a tiny, tiny bit, just so I'm sure that I'm fully in frame there. I just love this little guy. He's so cute. I love the ladybug. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It is so cute. This is just the cutest card. Love that he's holding the little flower there. The Magician. I just love the fact that there's a raccoon in this for the Magician. It just seems so fitting to me. This is one of those decks that makes me feel like home. The High Priestess. As some of you know, I'm a Canadian, but I live in the UK. I've been in the UK now for well over 10 years. I don't sound very British. I guess it takes longer than 10 years to change your accent, but I do miss home at times. And this deck definitely feels like home for me. Love the links here. The Empress. The Emperor. So this is a muskox. The Hierophant. And this is a mountain goat. Now, Linda has given two choices for the Hierophant card. She's given this one, which is a much more traditional card depicting a Hierophant that has more of the sort of Catholic, traditional Christian church trappings, and one that is leans more toward Eastern religions, Eastern philosophies, and so on. So you can choose whichever one resonates the most with you. And then we have the Lovers. And oh my gosh, I just absolutely love these little guys. They are so cute. Just look at them. Oh, how could you not love otters? The Chariot. And this is, I think this is a Wolverine, and these are, I'm not sure if they're jackrabbits or just some kind of, let me just look in the book here. Jackalopes. Oh, how cute. Oh. Gosh, I love this deck. I love the cardstock so much. This is so nice to work with. It feels so good, and it's so easy to shuffle. Okay, here we've got Strength. And this is a rabbit or a hare, and she's with a wolf. Oh, it's beautiful. The Hermit. What is this little guy? Let me just look. A mole. I love this card. This is one of my personal cards. So when I'm looking at a deck, if the Hermit doesn't resonate with me, it can totally change how I see a deck. We have the Wheel of Fortune. I love this. how we've got this stump here and all the rings in it. This is just really perfect. And then let's see, that'd be a fox, looks like a crow or a raven. I think that's a tortoise. And a bear, I think. Let's see, the book says this is a turtle and a bear. Justice. And this is a polar bear, obviously. I hope it's a polar bear. I guess it could be a spirit bear. Let's have a look. It is a polar bear. And this is the hanged beast. That's some kind of a bat. Death. So this is really profound. You've got this animal here, looks like it was a wolf, possibly, and out of his carcass is coming new life. It is beautiful. Love this. Love this. This says, let's see, the book says that the bees are coming for the flowers. Milkweed blooms as many other plants start the journey of growth. Bees come for the flowers. A spider creates a web hoping for a meal. In the dark earth, many bugs stir up the dirt and help break down the dead. Deeper down we see the bones. They last the longest. What bones have we left buried for too long? What have we lost or forgotten? There's more in the book too, but I don't want to be reading every card or we'll be here forever. Okay, Temperance. And this looks like a, oh my gosh, word is completely flown out of my head. A porcupine. Porcupine. I have this habit of saying porcupine, and I know it's not porcupine. Porcupine. It's a porcupine, but maybe it's just a leftover from my childhood. The devil. Now, not really sure what that guy is there, but yeah, he looks a little scary, doesn't he? He does. The Tower. And this tree struck by lightning and all of the little birds and animals fleeing. It's also on the edge of a cliff and it looks like it's not hanging on by too much. So one way or another, that tree was going to come down. The Star. Oh, this is so pretty. And the little booklet says this is a weasel. If I didn't have the booklet with me, I would not be able to tell you what most of these animals were. Some of them. The Moon. I love this. Now, normally in the Moon we see like a domesticated dog and then a wild, wolf or coyote or whatever. But here there are two gray wolves. But it still has all of the necessary elements of the Moon card. The Sun. I love this. Little skunk riding on top of a moose, and there's all kinds of little birds and stuff. It's really awkward to turn these cards with this broken finger of mine. So I do apologize for how it looks, because I know it's horrible. Judgment. Now this is a card that's caused a little bit of a stir maybe in the tarot community in discussions about this card. What this could possibly mean, why this moth is going into the flame, and did that actually fit the meaning of the card? And I really think it does, because we've got all these other little moths here who are, they're choosing not to go into the flame. They're doing something other than. And I actually think it does fit very well You know, judgment is about looking at our life choices, at the path that we've taken, the things that we've done, and examining ourselves and making decisions about how to move forward. So I think this is very fitting. It's a perfect card. The World. Beautiful. If I'm being too chatty for you today, feel free to flip ahead or put me on mute or increase the speed or check the timestamps and move ahead. Anything you like. Okay. So moving into the Wands. And the Two. Love this. This fox looking out. The Three of Wands. The Four. The Five. So all of the wands have like foxes and coyotes and wolves and that kind of thing. As we go through each suit, I'll point out the type of animals that we'll be seeing in that suit. The Six of Wands. The Seven. Eight of Wands. Nine. Love this with this coyote, and he's this little puff of air. He's cold. He's shivering. He doesn't quite realize that he's not as trapped as he thinks he is. Ten of Wands. Page. Knight. Queen. Just going to move these out of the way so the camera doesn't start to focus on those and as they get a bit higher. King. And moving into the cups. Two of Cups. Now, if I remember correctly, the cups are all animals that are comfortable in the water, that kind of thing. They're all, I believe they're all hooved animals. Three. Like here we've got, I think these are deer. Let me just look that up. Yeah, so they're deer. And then the three, these look like, are they mountain goats? Yeah, the book doesn't say, but they look like mountain goats to me. Four. Five of Cups. Six. Seven of Cups. Eight. I love this. Really love this. Nine of Cups. 10. Oh, this card, it just makes me so happy. There's just such joy in here, and this feeling of family, and lovely. Page of Cups. This is a pronghorn, the book says. Knight of Cups. This looks like a bison. Queen of Cups. Another bison. Or buffalo, as you say in America. And the King of Cups. Beautiful. I think he's an elk. And moving into the swords, which will be the suit of birds, which is fitting, as it is the suit of air. Two of Swords. It looks like a raven, some raven or a crow. That's a crow, the book says. Three of Swords. Very, kind of standard Three of Swords. Piercing a heart. I'd really like to see something a little different, but, it's okay. It's okay. It wouldn't change how I feel about the deck in any way. Four of Swords. And here we've got another, looks more like a raven than a crow to me. Nope, the book says crow. That shows what I know. I think you can't go too wrong if you guess one or the other. They're pretty close. They are different, but Five of Swords. And here, the book says, a raven, a hawk, and a crow have all shared an intense moment of give and take. Not all parties are happy with the overall outcome of the situation. Overcast skies make stormy situations worse. Not everyone can see clearly, and not everyone can win. It's okay to win, but remember how it feels to lose. And we have the Six of Swords. Seven. I'll be using this deck for the next week for my Cards and a Cuppa collective readings every day. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and check them out to see the deck in action. Eight of Swords. And this is a sparrow. Just a wee little thing. Nine of Swords. The book says this is a nuthatch. Gosh, I love the feel of these cards. Ten of Swords. I know I go on and on about how incredible linen is, but honestly, it is so nice to work with. Page of Swords. If I could switch all of my decks, make them all linen, I would be so happy. Knight of Swords. Oh, he's pretty. Love blue jays. I miss blue jays. We don't have them over here in the UK. One of my favorite birds. Queen of Swords. And the King of Swords. We've got a lovely owl. Moving into the Pentacles. And if I remember correctly, the animals in this suit are like ground animals, like squirrels and that sort of thing. Chipmunks. Beavers. As is this little guy. He's a beaver. Three of Pentacles. We've got a squirrel and he's explaining all of this to a couple of field mice. Four of Pentacles. Five. I really like this. I really like this card. You know, here there was shelter behind them in those trees, but nope, they're not seeing it. They're just going out into the cold and they're shivering and yeah, not noticing the shelter that's being offered to them. Six of Pentacles. Seven. Eight. I love the colors in the sky there. I think it's so beautiful. 9. Little skunk, and that looks like what's sitting on him here. Hawk. The hawk's a little small. 10. Page. Knight. Queen. King. Okay, what I'm going to do now is show you the bonus cards or the oracle cards and refer to the guidebook so that you can, I won't be reading everything out of the guidebook, but just enough to understand what all of these extra cards are. So we're starting with the seed. And this says, only in total darkness can the birth of a tree be born from a single seed. These small seeds sit deep in the earth, not seeing the sky above, cold alone till one day a warmth seeps down toward the seed. Feeling the soft, warmed earth, the seed naturally starts to stretch toward the unknown above. It might be dark, but keep reaching. You will soon find the source of the warm light that will help you grow and bloom. This is the incubation period. You can feel the changes but can't see them, but don't lose hope because it has started. There's several typos in this book, which I tend to notice things like that because I used to work as an editor and I'm a writer. But I mean, it gets the message across. It's just too bad that there hadn't been a bit better proofing of those. Okay, so here we've got 4 season cards. So this is spring, summer, autumn, winter. This is the owls. This is about unexpected messages. And then we've got the phases of the moon. So starting with the new moon, the crescent moon, and just an example from the book. This says the moon has a bright, shining crescent, just a beautiful slice laying restful in the sky. Tall trees reach up to the moon and a small fox sits watching the sky twinkle. Grow your wisdom by reading or dive into some self-care so you can feel all of the small successes. The quarter moon. The full moon. And the lunar eclipse and blood moon. And then we've got some shadow cards. This is the goblin. The Sasquatch. The old tree. The ghost. And then we have the star. And finally, fairyland. Okay, so I'm going to give these cards a shuffle. We'll have a look at how they shuffle, and then we'll choose one card and read from the guidebook. So let's zoom back out so we can get a better view here. So being linen, these cards are incredibly easy to shuffle, even with all of the extra oracle cards. Yeah, even easy for me with my arthritis and a broken finger. Just really gorgeous, gorgeous shuffle. I'm so excited that the Magical Creatures deck on Kickstarter, her deck on Kickstarter, that she's chosen to go with the same cardstock, which I think is just incredible. Let's see if I can fan these. I might not have enough room here, but yeah, you can see how beautifully they fan. Just no clumping, no sticking. They're just incredible. And quick overhand shuffle, which I struggle with right now, but still you can hopefully get a pretty good idea how easy these cards are. One more just because it's so much fun. Love that. Absolutely love it. Okay, so we'll take a card off the top and read an entry from the guidebook. So we've got the ghost. This is one of the shadow cards. And this is the guidebook entry on this. And it says, the ghost. In a dark field on the edge of the woods, a ghost drifts lamely, wailing in the wind. Does this ghost haunt this spot? How long has it been here, crying in the darkening sky? It's fun to keep a ghost of a memory or a story that keeps us from moving on in our life. It can feel that if we forget it, we might not learn from what happened. But that's not true. If we touch a hot stove top, we don't have to put a sign on our stoves to remind us that stovetops are hot. What kind of ghost stories do you tell yourself to stay comfortably scared? Oh, now that's an interesting question, isn't it? What kind of ghost stories do we tell ourselves to stay comfortably scared? Interesting. Let's have a look and see if we can get one from the actual, what we've got. I didn't do a very good job of shuffling these. Let's see here. Okay. All right. So Temperance. So we'll look in the guidebook for Temperance. Porcupine stands in the warm sun rays with a single foot slipped into the cool water, large white wings and soothing smile while carefully pouring from one pitcher into another. Lilies sit on top of the water, a symbolic reminder, no mud, no lily. A smooth rolling path is carved between the hills. Soft green grass surrounds this moment in the tarot, a moment to take a breath and mix something new for yourself. It's time to set intentions, blend things together with a positive mindset. Time to bring out some of your healing powers through cooking or your morning evening routine. Add in or remove something old or new and you'll hit gold. Time to test things out. Okay, so that is it. That is the Northern Animal Tarot. So my final thoughts on this deck, I think it's pretty obvious that I love this deck. I can't wait to work with this deck this week. Doing my cards in a cuppa. This will be the deck that I use for the entire week, also for my personal practice as well. And really looking forward to it. It's definitely one of my very favorite decks. So what do you think? I'd love to hear your thoughts and comments. Is this a deck that you have in your collection? If so, have you been working with it for a little while? And what do you think of it? Is it a deck that you've been looking at? Are you thinking about buying it? I believe this deck is currently out of print. I could be wrong about that, but I went on her website yesterday and I couldn't find a place to order it. It could just be because she's doing the campaign currently for the magical creatures and so not taking orders. But either way, there's a limited number of these decks available. So I'm just really, really glad that I got it and that I got it when I did. I would have hated to miss out on this because it's definitely a favorite. Okay, so that is it. Thank you so much for joining me today. Just a reminder, I've just recently reached 500 subscribers just today, actually. I'm so excited about that. There is a video on my channel. If you go pop your name on that, I'll be giving away a deck. And when I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'll be giving away a book. I'll put a little thing up on the screen there to show you the book that I'll be giving away when I hit 1,000. Thank you so much for all of your support. Thank you for joining me today. It's always a pleasure. Until next time, may love and laughter light your days. Bye for now.